Brexit could make travelling in Europe more costly for Britons, as a travel expert has explained. Countries could put in different rules for entry and exit. Travel across Europe for Brits is currently free, but that could change after January 1, 2021, an expert has claimed. Managing Director of Haslemere Travel, Gemma Antrobus, has warned that Britons need to be prepared for extra charges when travelling across Europe. Speaking to Express, Ms. Antrobus said, "Crossing borders is something else that might need to be considered. It's just the differences between what different countries require for your entry and exit. At the moment, travel is free. You can drive through Europe or rail through Europe without even thinking about it. I think with all of this it's just about the consideration behind making your travel plans and ensuring that they're put together properly. Otherwise you could find yourselves having to do something very last minute that's costly, or having to alter your travel arrangement very last minute. Some of these things are not 100% set in stone yet. They're still being negotiated. Crossing borders might be something else you have to take into consideration." In the event of a no deal, the UK will become a third country, meaning British travellers must have a passport with a minimum of 6 months validity. British travellers will not need visas for visits to Europe of up to 90 days in every 180 days. The government has also recommended that you should always get appropriate travel insurance with healthcare cover before you go abroad. The European health insurance card will stop being valid if there is a no deal. The government says, it's particularly important you get travel insurance with the right cover if you have a pre-existing medical condition. This is because the EHIC scheme covers pre-existing conditions, while many travel insurance policies do not. It comes as Boris Johnson on Friday accused European leaders of having abandoned the idea of a free trade deal and told the country to get ready for a no-deal outcome in the negotiations after his October 15 deadline for reaching an agreement passed. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen had responded to his media statement by vowing that the EU would carry on negotiating, suggesting talks next week in London would go ahead as planned. But Lord Frost, the UK's chief negotiator, spoke with his counterpart Michel Barnier to tell him not to make the trip across the Channel next week. The pair, however, pledged to speak early next week in an indication that hopes of talks continuing have not been entirely extinguished, despite Downing Street telling reporters the negotiations were now over.